Hey guys, it's your boy Black Jesus, or as my YouTube channel says, Black Jesus. Um, we're about to get into another MGTOW response video. By the way, I wish I could see the new, when new viewers come on my channel. I wish I could see your guys' reaction when I do that. It's probably priceless. Alright, let's get into the video. This is a video from a woman called From Surviving to Thriving. Funny female has that channel name, but whatever. So yeah, let's get into it. She talks about MGTOW and men going their own way and narcissistic women. This is what she looks like. She looks like she's in her mid-20s to late 20s, maybe early 30s. I don't know. So let's get into it.
What is MGTOW?
Yeah, I just realized you can see Obito Uchiha from the side. You know, I'm playing Naruto. Shout out to my Naruto fans. Shout out to my DBZ fans. Naruto and DBZ for life. My favorite animes. I grew up on that shit. Alright, let's get into the video.
What does it have to do with narcissistic abuse, and why am I talking about it? Those are good questions, and that's what I want to talk about today. So this weekend I was poring over my emails. I love to hear from you guys. I can't always answer back to everybody, but I do love how many of you guys open up your hearts to me, share your personal stories. So as I'm poring over my emails, I get this anonymous unsigned email in reference to the book that I just recently put out entitled Dating Harley Quinn. And it says, this book is enough to make any guy go MGTOW.
Oh shit. I bet it's a really terrible book. Okay.
No name, no explanation, no personal story, no information backing up that statement.
Guys, if any of you have read this book, let me know in the comic section. And let me know how the book was, like if it was like pretty terrible or whatnot.
That was it. So, of course, I had to figure out, well, what is this MGTOW? And I had to start researching. And I was blown away by how big of a movement is taking place mostly on the internet. And MGTOW stands for Men Going Their Own Way.
Oh yes, MGTOW is bigger than you think. MGTOW is bigger than I think sometimes, you know. I have no clue how truly big MGTOW is, but I know that it's growing exponentially thanks to #MeToo. So we can thank the feminists for that, for waking men up sooner and quicker. Thank you, feminists. But also at the same time, fuck you.
So it's not that they're going the other way, it's just they're going their own way. They're so fed up with being manipulated and hurt by women. And basically, they're sick and tired of feeling like a piece of gum that's popped in somebody's mouth, sucked a flavor, and spit out, only to watch that person pop a different piece of gum in their mouth over and over again, and they're...
Exactly, not men, women just go from guy to guy to guy to guy at their young ages, and then once they get older, and then they realize they fucked up because no men are giving them attention, no men are giving them money, or no men are giving them the time of day, or liking up their Facebook pictures and shit.
Done, they've had it. Now that kind of fascinated me, and I started to research a little bit deeper. And there were a few things that these guys had in common that really stood out to me. For example, a lot of these guys had children with their significant other, and when the relationship went sour, instead of them going their own way, both of them, and sharing the children the way normal, healthy relationships should, they could not believe the torment and the games that the other party played just in an effort to alienate them from their children. So not only were they out of...
Yes, women are freaking cruel, and it's disgusting that females do that. Some women just use kids as a tool, use them as a weapon to make men suffer, and I think it's truly disgusting. The pussy clots are coming, and women deserve everything that's going to happen to them.
Of the relationship, but their children, that their lives with their children were completely erased, and so they felt almost double abused by the court system, which seemed to strip them of their rights. Now, I know a lot of people think that the courts favor women. I personally tend to think that they sadly favor narcissists, men or women. It just...
I don't even know what to say to that.
seems to be the case in the court system. So that was something they had in common. Something else that really stood out to me was how it seemed like so many of these guys wound up with women that pressed charges against them with false accusations. And so these guys were paying thousands, tens of thousands,
Hashtag me too.
thousands of dollars in court just to prove that what they were saying all along was the truth, and that this person was just pathologically lying just to do it, just to hurt.
I personally think that women should be thrown in prison that do this. See, this is what I respect. This is why I respect Muslim men, because they know how to keep their women in check. We American men, no, we let ours run wild.
Hurt the person. That's it. No other motive. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? I know in my playlist, subscriber stories, I have a few guys that shared their story with me, and they shared with me how they had to pay tens of thousands of dollars to get rid of these false accusations that some of these women had pulled on them. So that started making me think, could it be? Could this huge movement of MGTOW be because these guys have wound up targets of female narcissists and didn't know it?
Maybe. And because of the court system that's rigged in females' favors and rips men of their children and basically allows women to use and abuse men to their own free will whenever they feel like it. And it's okay. But if we do it, we go straight to jail for weeks, months, decades, or life.
And why would not knowing it be important? I think if somebody winds up in a relationship with a narcissist and doesn't know it, it just makes it so much easier to wind up falling for that same kind of personality again, because you don't realize that you have been in an emotionally abusive relationship. You might think...
See, that's the problem. A lot of females act like they're perfect and pretend to be perfect down at first, but down the road, as months or years go by, then that's when they start to show their true colors. So most females these days show narcissistic traits. So this woman is out of her mind. She's making it seem like there's only a handful out there when there's a shitload.
Think, oh, that person was just...
An overload, actually. I prefer the term overload.
Like that. And while that's true, if you don't know the behaviors, if you don't know the characteristics, the traits, if you don't know what it is in you that's gravitating towards this kind of person, you can wind up doing it again and again and again until you reach the point where you just want to go your own way because you think that everybody is like that. So
I think she's trying to say not all women are like that, but really, all women are like that.
This hypothesis that I was forming over the weekend that female narcissists could possibly be behind the movement of MGTOW, which is growing, right? So now I'm on YouTube sites, YouTube channels, and I'm looking at guys that are really promoters of MGTOW, and there's, according to the knowledge that I have, which is limited, there are different levels of MGTOW. There's, I think, 4 different levels, and so obviously some of them are at different levels. I came across a video by someone that promotes MGTOW, and the channel on YouTube is called Sandman, and I'm going to leave the description to that video.
The Sandy Man can. Oh my gosh. Every time I hear that, I just think of the Sandy Man can. Shout out to Angry MGTOW.
As well as his channel in the description box below for anyone that would like to explore more about MGTOW. But I want to read you a part of a description that Sandman put up in 2014, and this is what it said. I've spent the last few days getting my hands on various articles trying to figure out why our society is giving rise to increasing numbers of female narcissists. I now suspect that all of the relationships I've had in my life, except one, were with women that were narcissists. The relationship started off being about us and then quickly shifted towards their happiness and
Exactly. Women only care about themselves and their own happiness these days. These young females, that's their problem, and that's why they end up alone and single, or single mothers, and unhappy for the rest of their lives.
desires in life. What I wanted was left in the dust. This is another big reason I go my own way. So there concludes my hypothesis that possibly MGTOW is the result of a bunch of great guys that wound up in the claws of a female narcissist without realizing it. I'm interested in what you guys have to say. Do you think that female narcissism is a big push behind this movement of MGTOW? Do you think that it's possible that the majority of these guys found themselves targets of female narcissists and just decided that better to be alone than in a relationship with a female narcissist? Please let me know what your thoughts are regarding MGTOW.
A lot of women are female narcissists today. A lot of women show narcissistic traits. Nowadays, I can see the narcissism in a lot of females' eyes ever since I took the red pill. And it's eye-opening, and it's crazy, actually. But yeah, so that was the video, why men go MGTOW. What is MGTOW? So yeah, MGTOW is men going their own way. We pursue our passions, find what's good for us, like what makes us happy, and we continue to learn and learn more about ourselves. At least, I'm speaking for myself. I can't say that for every MGTOW, but we learn about ourselves. We continue. We make ourselves better persons. We gain wealth, value, intellect, and knowledge. That's what MGTOW is. It's one's own perspective. MGTOW is freedom, feminism, and cancer, and it will be the downfall of women. The female camps are coming soon, and Tyrone is ready. He is ready. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.